Lost and Rocks cosplay, back at you with my second video. Today we are going to be making this Mandalorian knife. You see, it's his vibratory knife. I really don't know exactly what it's called, but we're making that right there. It's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, we're just gonna be trying to make that. It's a lot of detail, so it's gonna be a tough one, but we'll figure it out. And for today, you're gonna need some sort of box cutter knife like this, something like this, you see, or something like that. One of those, a hot glue gun right here, like this. Any type of hot glue gun, a ruler. I'm using a level or a ruler, and then pen, pencil, and a Sharpie. You're probably gonna need a Sharpie for today, and then definitely a pen and pencil. But yep, let's jump right into it, guys. Oh wait, also, this is cardboard cosplay, so we're gonna need some cardboard. Obviously, we are going to need some cardboard for today. So yeah, go ahead and grab yourself some cardboard, because that's the main part of the channel, and yep, we'll jump right into it. Alright guys, now we have our cardboard, let's jump right into it. First, we're pretty much just gonna be making, I'm gonna just make a rough outline of the blade and the handle made together, and then make more pieces to make it layered and stuff. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing first, so let's go ahead and get right into that. So we're just gonna be making a rough sketch of it. Pretty much the front of the blade first. I don't know exactly how long it is, but we'll make it about that long. Just like that. And then there's some detail, lots of detail that we have to make. As we go down the blade, I'm gonna make that line and try to make it more straight with the level. Just like that. Oh, look, my bad. Just like that. Go about that far down the blade. And then there's this little bump kind of thing in it. It's kind of weird. Oh, I did that completely wrong. But it's kind of like, I'll go over it and look at it, or show you guys it, so you guys can see it pretty good. But yeah, I'll show you guys how exactly to do that. But yep, we're gonna make the blade pretty long. Pretty interesting blade, actually. I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to end up, because it's a tough blade to make. It's got a lot of detail in it, stuff like that. Yep, there we go. And put that up like that. Too rough, but a good rough sketch, I think. Let me just into this part a little bit more. Solid rough outline. I do say so myself. So for the end of the rough outline, you're going to want to look a little, or the blade of the rough outline, you're going to be wanting to look a little something like that. See right in that corner, something like that. That's just the blade part. I'm not going to cut that out yet. We're still going to draw part of the handle, so then we can just have that down. And then we'll cut the whole thing out. And I'll show you guys what mine looks like, so then you guys could, if you need to, pause the video, draw it up. Yep. The handle is not very long, so we're not going to make that too long, so we can make it as similar as we possibly can. As like it as we possibly can. But yeah. Alright, there. The blade looks pretty good. The handle looks pretty good. And that's what we're going to be looking like right there. Sort of like that. Not too long, not too short. Now we're going to go ahead and cut that out. No need to cut inside of anything. Just cut that right out. It's going to be a tough cut, but I'm sure we can get it. If you guys have X-Acto knives, go ahead and use those because those are extremely helpful. Will be extremely helpful. I'm getting a set pretty soon. But yeah, if you need an X-Acto knife, that would be extremely helpful. In these videos with all this detailing, this stuff in the projects. And yeah. If you ever need to use that, go ahead. Alright, there. Now, we almost have it cut out. Just gotta go through everything. Make sure it's all in. And cut out. Exactly like it, but similar to that. Yep, something like that. Not too bad. This is not the end, don't worry. We still got a lot more to do. Now what we're going to do is make some handle parts because it's a little more thick in the handle. We're going to make about 2 for each side. So yep, let's go ahead and do that. So for the handle, what you're going to do, pretty much just take your blade, trace right around the outside of it 4 times. So then you'll have 4 things. So that's what you're going to do for that. Just like so. Something looking a little like within those lines right there. You'll just make 4 of those. Feel free to skip ahead after you're done if I'm not already done. Okay, there we go. So we made 4 of those. Not perfect, but it'll still be good. So go ahead and cut those things out. And yep, I'll go ahead and pause the video. Okay guys, now that we have all these pieces cut out, we're just gonna glue 2 of them together, just like this. Boom. Make sure you don't burn yourself, because hot glue is hot. Just like that. And then we're gonna get 2 more and glue those 2 together. Just like we did a second ago. like that. So now we have 2 of these, and we're gonna put them on the blade, whichever side you want them on. Just like this. Just gonna apply some glue, and then stick that right on, and do the same thing on the other side. Apply some glue, and then stick the piece on. Just like this. So your blade should be coming into shape, just like that. Something like that. And then, now we're just going to do a little bit of detail on the blade. Gotta make another piece that goes something like that. But first, we're going to make this long, small piece that can go in the front of it to make it look nice and flush. So just cut out a long piece of rectangle cardboard. Just like that. So we got this long piece of cardboard. It probably doesn't need to be that long, but I'm just gonna make sure that I have enough. So I'm just gonna shape this guy up. So actually, that was actually a pretty good length. So now, if you need to cut it to size, just go ahead and do that. And the reason we did this is so we can just apply glue to the front right here, and just like that. And then glue this part, the piece we just cut out right there. Just like that, and like that. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing to the bottom. Like that. Like so. And then once that dries, which it doesn't actually dry, but we're going to do the same thing to the back also. So then it's going to look a little something like that. We're definitely going to need to cut it up a little bit. Cut up the sides a little bit. So, but I'm sure it won't be too tough. So you're just going to take your box cutter knife and just cut down the side of it. After it dries though, because it might take it off, and we don't want that to happen. And to glue that back on. But yeah, that's what we got from our knife right now. Not too bad. You need to let that dry. I'll pause it while it's drying. Alright guys, now you can take your box cutter, and I actually was not filming, I didn't realize it, but you're going to need to cut just like this little rectangle spot in your cardboard, so then it can look something like that. I saw that in the, but you might need to make it almost all the way to the bottom, stopping close to the bottom, but don't stop too close because then it might break. So we don't want that to happen, but it's going to be looking like that, and then we're going to do that to both sides. There we go. Now we're just going to pull that piece out. Shouldn't be too hard. Just like that. Something like that, like that. So now your knife is really starting to come into play. Looking pretty good. Now we're just going to work on the blade a little bit. Do some detailing on the blade. You see like right there, that little bump right there? That needs to be detailed a lot. It's going to be a little bit bigger than everything else. So now pretty much you want to just sit your blade on the cardboard and trace it. But you're going to need to make sure when you're cutting it, you need to make sure it's a little bit smaller. because as the blade goes out, you know what I mean? Yeah, you'll see. So, like, as the blade is, I don't know really how to explain it, but just cut it a little bit smaller than it actually is. So then it can look really nice and flush. Just like that. I cut it smaller than it's supposed to be, but that's good. Very, very good. Make sure you're doing that. Cutting it smaller than it has to be, because then when you stick it on there, it's going to look something like that. And that makes it look a lot nicer. So we're going to do that both twice. So pretty much you just want to get the piece you just cut out and outline it with your pencil, and then you want to cut right on that line. So you'll have about the same piece on each side. Just like that. Go ahead and cut that out. And there. Go. So now I got two of these pieces, and we're just going to glue those right onto the knife. And then do that for both pieces. Stick it on the knife, just like that. So now your knife's gonna be looking something like that. Very nice. Alright, that's not the end though, don't worry. Nearing it though, gotta make a couple more changes. Like this little bump piece, you're just gonna wanna, where's my pencil? There it is. You're gonna wanna draw a little bump, like we did on the knife, and then draw a small line, because that's gonna be a key purpose. Because that's one of the looks on the knife, one of the details on the knife. You're just gonna wanna cut out a little piece, so it kind of looks like it's kind of like that, like a fang. Almost, and then just glue it where that bump is right there. Here, I'll glue it on and show you guys. Just like that. Just like that. So now you're gonna make two of those little pieces, fang kind of things. Cut those out and glue them on each side of the knife, just to make it look a little more detailed and nice. At the end, it will look really, really nice. So yeah, guys, that's about the end product right there. It doesn't look too bad, not perfect, but this is about the knife. It's not too bad, not too bad. But yep, there's your end product. If you like this, if you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more of the content, hit that subscribe button also. And I'll see you guys in the next video.